Alright, Triple H. Now, before we do our review of this, the first Ninja Turtles movie, aka the best Ninja Turtles movie, it's a fact, I want to show you something cool. Check this out. Got this thing. What is it? You never heard of these things? Nope. Where have you been? Well, I've been doing stuff. I don't keep. I don't even know. I don't. Trying to figure out the right words to say. I don't keep track with current trends. Well, this is a fidget spinner. What type of name is that? It just sounds weird. Well, basically what it does, you go towards it and then you just spin it and it'll just spin and spin and spin. That's all it does? What a waste. You're a waste. Why you gotta roast me? Well, you started it by not even knowing what these things are. So you want to see how it works? Sure. Alright, just gotta... It's hard to do this with one hand. And there it goes. That's so anticlimactic. Come on, Triple H. People use... Apparently, one of the uses of these things is to, I guess, calm nerves. It's definitely not calming my nerves. It's actually making them more intense. Well, that's not a good sign. How about we just do the review? And before you go in a rage over this thing. Sure. Make it quick. I'm already losing my temper. Hello, people of YouTube. It is I, once again, Malik Aaron, and I know I'm kind of a sellout for plugging in a fidget spinner, but I just got one because I just want to see what everyone wanted, and I haven't. It's pretty cool. But enough about that. It's not what this video is about. Not like most videos out there. It's going to be about the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the 1990 version. So, basically, if you don't know what the Ninja Turtles are, where have you been? So you have these 4 turtles. There are once normal turtles, but then a bunch of mutagen, or ooze, as they say, gets on them, and then they become huge, like humanoid turtles. And also, like, their sensei, unlike most incarnations where it's like some where like it's a human that gets turned into a rat. It's a rat that just turns to a bigger rat. So that's what happens, and I'm like, it doesn't really matter. I guess that's okay. So unlike all the other Ninja Turtle movies that have come out in recent time, I would say this is probably the darkest of them, or I guess you could say most mature, but that's not really saying much. Yeah, so since this is the 90s, or at least our early 90s, you have a bunch of thieves pickpocketing and stealing people's TVs when they're not looking, and all that, and there's all a bunch of kids, bunch of teenagers, and they're all recruited by the Shredder and the Foot to just do stuff, and then they get to go to like a big old area where they can just do whatever they want. They're like, who needs parents? All they do is just smoke and play poker and play all the video games and skateboard. It would, for the 90s, it would probably be the best place for some teenagers, but I digress. So, in all of this, you have April O'Neil, this woman who's right beside Raphael, the red one. So she, as you know, from every single incarnation, she is a reporter. And she wants to report on the Foot Clan, but her boss just won't do it. Mainly because he doesn't want her to do it. I'm not sure why. I guess because she doesn't have any real evidence, or it's just not interesting enough. It won't draw ratings or any of that. Or mainly because she kind of takes some shots at the chief of police, and then she gets yelled at him. He yells at her about it, and then Yeah, he got real triggered when she roasted him. And then because they think that April O'Neil well, what happens is that April O'Neil gets ambushed by a bunch of teens, thugs, and then the lights go out, and then you hear a whole bunch of noises. Then you hear one of the turtles like "whoa," and then you see all the thugs tied up and whatnot. But then April sees a sigh, and Raphael realizes that it's his size. But then April takes it, and then he's pretty mad about it. And that's how the movie starts, basically. And then also, later on, Raphael, being the angry one, the hothead, he gets triggered real easily by his other brothers, Leo, Don, Mikey. And as you expect, they do eat pizza. What would a Ninja Turtles movie be without pizza, am I right? And Ruff goes out. He meets a vigilante by the name of Casey Jones. You should know him. And the new movie was played by Arrow. Stephen Amell, or Arrow. So you have... the two meet, they fight. Then Ruff sees April getting ambushed by a whole bunch of foot. Real foot this time. And then Ruff fights him off and takes her to the lair, and then she discovers everything. They tell her everything, and then they go to her apartment. Everything's all fine, but then probably one of the most violent moments of this whole series. The foot ambush Raph. They just beat him and beat him and beat him, and then they throw him right through the window. And it's quite violent for a kids movie. I mean, that's why this movie is rated PG. It's not like a G-rated flick. This is not Disney. This is much more mature than Disney. And then a whole bunch of other stuff happens that I won't spoil, because... I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, then what are you doing? This movie's really good, especially compared to the other Ninja Turtle movies. I mean, it has probably the best constructed Ninja Turtles movie. I mean, the way the Turtles look, unlike the new ones, they're actually made by Jim Henson. Jim Henson puppets. Those animatronics. They use them to make Turtles live action. Kudos to him. Rest in peace. And they actually look really, really good. But unfortunately, the quality of their costumes went down further and further with each movie. So that's a bit of a shame. Yeah, and they got all the characters' personalities right, but I mean, it's not just in this movie, but it's in all the other movies. It's like, why do they focus on Raph so much? I mean, why can't the other turtles get time to shine, but Raph gets the most screen time, which is really weird. I guess because he's sort of the Batman of the group, or the Wolverine of the group, where he's like an anti-hero, or he's a vigilante. I mean, I guess that's why they would do that, but it's still a bit unnecessary. And also, can't forget about Shredder. The Darth Vader wannabe. I'm sorry. That's just what he looks like. He looks like a Darth Vader clone. And he's pretty intimidating compared to the other movies. He's actually kind of a threat. And later in the movie, they kidnap Splinter, and then he holds him hostage and telling him where are turtles? Where's everybody? We need information. Splinter's like, no, I'm not telling you anything. And then Shredder starts to intimidate not just him but everybody. So he's pretty cool. He does die as we all know. I reviewed the second one. We all know he came back, but still, he died in one of the most anticlimactic ways ever. I mean, he just fell off the roof and right into a garbage truck, and then Casey Jones, he goes to garbage truck. He's like, oops! He lowers that lever, and then he crushes the shredder. I'm like, oh my gosh! I thought this was for kids. He straight out murdered a dude. I mean, that's kind of messed up. I mean, it was the early 90s. There weren't as many restrictions as there are these days, but still, it's quite shocking. But then one of the yeah, everything's good except one of the subplots involving like April's boss and his kid Danny, and I'm just like, I don't care. Let's get back to the good stuff. It felt like an after school special. You know those type of after school specials where something happens to a kid and then he's getting into all this trouble and then he realizes his lesson. He's like, you shouldn't do drugs or you shouldn't steal or you should love your parents. And I'm just like, ugh, gosh. I came to watch Turtles. I didn't come to watch a school lesson. I mean, it's terrible. Yeah, that was the only flaw or nitpick I have with the movie. Everything else is good. So this is probably the best Ninja Turtles movie, or at least in my opinion, the most enjoyable. The second most enjoyable will probably anger some people, but it's actually the 2014 version. And I know it's a very controversial opinion, but it's just how I feel. And I'll get to that once I review it. I know it'll be in my next set of reviews, so just wait for that. So I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's pretty solid. I mean, this movie came out like a year after Batman, which I already reviewed. Go check that out. And yeah, I have to say, like, I mean, it's not as good as Batman. Batman actually took itself seriously, but this is probably as serious as a Ninja Turtles movie is gonna get. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? So that's the original Ninja Turtles movie. AK, and according to fans' opinions, the only good one, because the whole series went downhill, then it got rebooted, then it got rebooted again, and it'll probably get rebooted again, since Out of the Shadows didn't do all that good. So that's the end of that. So now we're going to get back to Triple H, and what he thinks of this Ninja Turtle movie. So, Triple H, what do you think of the original Ninja Turtles movie? It's good, I guess. I mean, it's definitely a lot darker than the other ones. Those other ones are just childish. But, I mean, I like the turtles. I like the fighting. But I hate that in the second movie, which we already reviewed. They took away all their weapons because all the parents are like, think of the children. Some kids could get hurt. And I'm just like, well, don't buy them the weapons. I mean, gosh. It's just a movie. And I know kids tend to do stupid things, but this is going a bit over the line. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Alright. Anything else to say? Not really. So make sure to subscribe. Oh, wait a minute. Something's coming. Again. Is it John Cena again? No. Someone else. Who could it be this time? Now Triple H. Who will come this time to attack you? Me! Oh! Oh no! Roman! How many times do we have to get to your thick Samoan skull? No one wants you here. No one likes you. No one likes you in this show. No one likes you in real life. So get out of here. No. Because I'm the big dog. And I want my revenge against Triple H. That was like a whole bunch of episodes ago. Why would you want it now? I don't know. I was busy. I didn't have much to do on TV. And also on when's this gonna be up? It's gonna be up Monday. Yeah. That night I'm gonna make a big SummerSlam announcement. And we all know you're not gonna face John Cena, so what will it be? You'll see what happens. And you can believe that. Please get rid of that catchphrase. Never. Because it's on all my merchandise. And plus, I get a whole bunch of big paychecks just to be on this silly show. And now I'm going to show Triple H who the boss is. I thought Sasha Banks was the boss. Well, is she here? No. So I own that trademark. And you can believe that. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. And we'll see you next time. And also,
For all the Roman Reigns supporters out there, yeah, there's only like 100 of them. That's it. For that, you're gonna get the ultimate ending, the Superman punch. Oh, missed it. I gotta roll it up. Here we go. Oh my gosh,